Good day, my dear ones. Hope you're all doing well. Just relax and stay happy. Let's move on to the next section. As I have already said, let's listen to the next part of the story. In the last session, we found the uprising of middle class and liberals and their views about nationalism. We also look about Zollverein. What was Zollverein? It was a custom union formed in 1834. Now it's about conservatives. I have already told you that Napoleon got or crowned himself as an emperor during the year of 1804. He was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo at the year of 1815. Conservatism. So I have said in this session we are looking about conservatives or conservatism and all. What is conservatism? It's in your textbook. It's a political philosophy that stressed the importance of tradition, established institutions and customs, and preferred gradual development to the quick change. So conservatism is just the opposite of liberalism. Liberals they need a quick change. On the other hand, conservatism need a gradual development. And also, liberals do not stress the importance of tradition and all. They are looking forward for modernism. Conservatives എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ they stress the importance of tradition, established institution, അതിലൊക്കെയാണ് importance, and they preferred a gradual change instead of a quick change. Now let's look what was the views of conservatives. Conservatives believed that established traditional institutions of state and society like the monarchy, church, social hierarchies, property and family should be preserved. Most conservatives, however, did not propose a return to society of pre-revolutionary days. Rather, they realized from the changes initiated by Napoleon that modernization could in fact strengthen traditional institutions like monarchy. That is, അവർ ട്രഡീഷനെയാണ് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഇത് കൊടുത്തത്, ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുത്തത്. ബട്ട് ദേ ആർ നോട്ട് ടെല്ലിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് വി ഹാവ് ടു ഗോ ബാക്ക് ടു പ്രീ റെവല്യൂഷണറി ഡേയ്സ് ഓർ വി ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ടു ഗോ ബാക്ക് ടു ദ ടൈം ബിഫോർ ഫ്രഞ്ച് റെവല്യൂഷൻ. ദേ ആർ നോട്ട് ടെല്ലിംഗ് ദാറ്റ്. But they believe in the traditional institutions like monarchy. They need monarchy back. With the revolution or with the French Revolution, monarchy was taken away. But conservatives wanted that tradition back, the traditions like monarchy back. They believe that it could make state power more effective and strong. A modern army, an efficient bureaucracy, a dynamic economy, the abolition of feudalism and serfdom could strengthen autocratic monarchies of Europe. So during the time of 1815, the government of Europe, they believed that they wanted the monarchy back. They did not want the changes which was brought by Napoleon's എല്ലാ changes in 1815 after the defeat of Napoleon, they believed, these autocratic people, they believed that they wanted the monarchy back. During 1815, a remarkable thing actually happened after the defeat of Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo. In 1815, representatives of the European power, Britain, Russia, Prussia and Austria, who had collectively defeated Napoleon, they met at Vietnam. So these four European powers, they met at Vietnam to draw up a settlement for Europe. And this Congress was hosted by the Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. They met at Vienna under the leadership of Duke Metternich, and they signed a treaty. And thus it came to be known as Treaty of Vietnam. And it was in the year of 1815. So let's look at what was the main objective of this Treaty of Vietnam. So the main objective was to undo most of the changes that had come about in Europe during the Napoleonic Wars. So, these four powers, they was driven by the spirit of conservatism. They were rooted in the tradition. So what they want is that they want to undo the most of the changes. അതായത് നെപ്പോളിയൻ്റെ വാറിലൂടെ നെപ്പോളിയൻ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന പല ചേഞ്ചസും തിരിച്ചു മാറ്റുക. They wanted monarchy back. അങ്ങനെ പല changes. They don't want a time, or they don't want a France, or they don't want a Europe which was before revolution, pre-revolution society alla, but with some changes, with the abolition of serfdom അല്ലെങ്കിൽ feudalism ഒക്കെ വേണം, but they wanted monarchy and some traditional institutions back. And the main intention of this congress or this meeting was to restore the monarchies that had been overthrown by Napoleon, and they want to create a new conservative order in Europe. So now let's look at the features of the Treaty of Vienna, or decisions which was taken during the Treaty of Vienna. The first one was that, or the main one was that, to restore the monarchy, the Bourbon dynasty, which has been overthrown during French Revolution, was restored to power. So French Revolution lode overthrow cheyda Bourbon dynasty, it was restored with the Treaty of Vienna. The second thing was that France lost the territories it had annexed under Napoleon. Napoleon had fought a lot of wars, and he കുറേ ടെറിട്ടറിയും ഫ്രാൻസുമായിട്ട് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തു. He had won many territories, but France lost all these territories it had annexed under Napoleon with the coming of Treaty of Vienna of 1815. And the third decision was that a series of states was set up on the boundaries of France to prevent French expansion in future. So French had gained a lot of power with the coming of Napoleon, after Napoleon had actually fought and many territories was joined with France. And France had lost all these things, and series of states were set up on the boundaries. It was to prevent the expansion, or prevent the French expansion in future, so as to maintain a balance of power in Europe and to prevent any one power from demanding too large an area in Europe. So ഫ്രാൻസിനായിരുന്നു നെപ്പോളിയൻ കുറേ ബാറ്റിൽസ് ഫോട്ട് ചെയ്ത് കുറേ ടെറിട്ടറീസ് ഒക്കെ വന്ന് ഫ്രാൻസ് ആക്ച്വലി ഒന്ന് എക്സ്പാൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് വരുമായിരുന്നു. ആ ടെറിട്ടറീസ് എല്ലാം മാറ്റി പുതിയ പുതിയ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് ബൗണ്ടറീസിൽ വെച്ചതിൻ്റെ കാരണം ഫ്രാൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു കൺട്രി മാത്രം അവിടെ ഒരു ടു ലാർജ് ഏരിയ യൂറോപ്പിൽ വരാതിരിക്കാനും അല്ലെ ഒരു ബാലൻസ് ഓഫ് പവറിന് വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഇവരിങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തത്. Prussia was given important new territories on its western frontiers, while Austria was given control of the northern Italy. In the east, Russia was given part of Poland, while Prussia was given a portion of Saxony. അപ്പം ഈ വന്ന നാല് യൂറോപ്യൻ പവേഴ്സിന് കുറെ കൂടെ പവർ കൊടുത്തു. ആൻഡ് ഫ്രാൻസിന് അതിൻ്റെ ടെറിട്ടറീസ് എല്ലാം ആ സമയത്ത് പോവുകയും ചെയ്തു. But the German Confederation of 39 states that had been set up by the Napoleon was left untouched. അപ്പം ആ ഒരു 39 സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിൻ്റെ ജർമ്മൻ കോൺഫെഡറേഷൻ പക്ഷെ അതിനെ ഒന്നും ഈ ട്രീറ്റി ഓഫ് വിയറ്റ്നാം ഹാഡ് ഇൻ ടച്ച്ഡ്, ഓർ ദേ ഡിൻ ഗെറ്റ് ഇൻ ടു ദാറ്റ് തിങ്. ഓക്കെ, so in the textbook you can see the decisions which was taken by the Treaty of Vienna in 1815. See, the Bourbon dynasty, which had been deposed during French Revolution, was restored to power. And next thing was that France lost the territories it had annexed under Napoleon, and a series of states were set up on the boundaries of France to prevent French expansion. The German Confederation of 39 states, which was untouched. And this is the thing which I have told you as an example. And see, here you can see that main intention was to restore monarchy that was overthrown by Napoleon and to create a new conservative order in Europe. That was the main intention of the Treaty of Vienna of the year 1815. The conservative regimes set up in 1815 were autocratic in nature. So what is autocratic? Autocratic, it's an opposite to democratic. Autocratic, ruler, they'll be having absolute power they would not take account of other people wishes or opinion. Almost it's dominating ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പവർ ആയിരുന്നു this conservative regime. They did not tolerate criticism and dissent and sought to curb activities that questions legitimacy of autocratic government. So autocratic government എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു dominating government ആണ്. അവരെ ആരും ക്രിട്ടിസൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് they do not tolerate it. They don't like criticism. So what they did was that ഇപ്പം നമുക്കിപ്പം ഇവിടുത്തെ ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഒരു ക്രിറ്റിസിസം വരുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ത്രൂ ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പേഴ്സ് ഓർ ത്രൂ media or through television അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിന് എതിരെയുള്ള criticism. Or now we can raise our voice through social media. So what they did was that they imposed censorship laws to control what was said in newspaper, books, plays, songs, and reflected the idea of liberty and freedom associated with French Revolution. So what they did was that French Revolution might associate ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ideas, the idea of freedom, the idea of liberty, ഇത് വന്നിട്ടുള്ള ബുക്സ്, പ്ലേസ്, ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പേഴ്സ് ഇതിനൊക്കെ സെൻസർഷിപ്പ് വെച്ചു. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ദേ കാൺ പബ്ലിഷ് എനിത്തിങ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു ദ ഐഡിയ ഓഫ് ഫ്രഞ്ച് റെവല്യൂഷൻ, ലിബർട്ടി ആൻഡ് ഫ്രീഡം. അങ്ങനെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ വരാതിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ സ്ലോലി പീപ്പിൾ വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് ഇൻ ടു ദിസ് കൺസർവേറ്റീവ് റിജൈം. അവർക്ക് ഈ ഒരു ഐഡിയാസ് അല്ലെ ഈ ഒരു ഫ്രീഡം വേണം എന്നുള്ള ഇത് മാറിപ്പോവും. The memory of French Revolution nonetheless continued to inspire liberals. So in the last session also I have said about liberals. They were always in a urge to have freedom. They were always in a urge to contain, or they were always in a urge for nationalism. So these memories continue to inspire liberals. One of the issues taken by liberal nationalists who criticized new conservative order was the censorship, or there was a freedom of press. So conservative, they abolished or they imposed censorship on press. Next session is 2.4, the revolutionaries. After 1815, fear of repression led to sprinkling of many secret societies in European states to train revolutionaries to spread their ideas. To being revolutionary at this time meant a commitment to oppose monarchical forms that has been established after the Vienna Congress and to fight for liberty and freedom. Most of these revolutionaries also saw creation of nation states as a necessary part of the struggle for freedom. So after 1815, the Congress of Vienna, liberals feared about repression, because there was a chance for them to get repressed and there was a chance to go back to the pre-revolutionary time. So അങ്ങനെ വന്നപ്പോൾ കുറേ സീക്രട്ട് സൊസൈറ്റീസ് വന്നു ഇൻ യൂറോപ്യൻ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിൽ ടു ട്രെയിൻ റെവല്യൂഷണറീസ് ടു സ്പ്രെഡ് ദെയർ ഐഡിയാസ്, ടു സ്പ്രെഡ് ദ ഐഡിയ ഓഫ് ഫ്രീഡം. അങ്ങനെ കുറേ സീക്രട്ട് സൊസൈറ്റീസ് പല യൂറോപ്യൻ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിലും ഉണ്ടായി. ആ ടൈമിൽ റെവല്യൂഷണറി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ദേ ഹാഡ് ടു ഒപ്പോസ് മൊണാർക്കിയൽ ഫോം. വിയറ്റ്നാം കോൺഗ്രസ്സിന് ശേഷം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന മൊണാർക്കിയൽ ഫോമിനെ ഒപ്പോസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് റെവല്യൂഷണറി ഐഡിയ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലിബറൽസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ ഒരു ടൈമിൽ. Most of these revolutionaries, they say that creation of nation state was necessary for the part of this struggle for freedom. ഈ ഒരു ഫ്രീഡത്തിലേക്ക് പോകണമെങ്കിൽ they had to create nation state. So these secret societies I have mentioned earlier were revolutionary in nature and they opposed monarchy. One such revolutionary was Giuseppe Mazzini. You can see Mazzini in the picture. Mazzini was an Italian politician and activist who works for the unification of Italy. He opposed Marxism and communism. പുള്ളി മാർസിസവും കമ്മ്യൂണിസത്തെ ഒപ്പോസ് ചെയ്ത ആളാണ്. And he believed in class collaboration. Class collaboration means he believed that സൊസൈറ്റിയെ ഹെയറാർക്കി ഓഫ് സോഷ്യൽ ക്ലാസ്സസ് ആയിട്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് വിശ്വസിച്ച ആളാണ്. He believed that dividing society on the basis of social classes is a positive thing and an essential part of civilization ആണ് എന്ന് വിശ്വസിച്ച ഒരാളാണ് മസീനി. അതായത് സൊസൈറ്റിയെ അതിൻ്റെ ഇതിൽ ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യണം എന്ന് വിശ്വസിച്ചു. ബട്ട് സ്റ്റിൽ വി ആർ കോളിംഗ് ഹിം ആസ് റെവല്യൂഷണറി ബിക്കോസ് ഹി ഒപ്പോസ്ഡ് മൊണാർക്കിയെ ഹി ഒപ്പോസ് ചെയ്തു. He was born in Genoa in 1807 and he became a member of secret society of Carbonari. Please note that name, Carbonari. So Carbonari was an informal network of secret revolutionary societies. So I have already said ഒരുപാട് secret societies യൂറോപ്പിൻ്റെ പല ഭാഗത്തായിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. So there was a Carbonari എന്ന് പറയുന്ന one such informal network of secret revolutionary society which was active in Italy from 1800 to 1831 വരെ ആക്റ്റീവ് ആയിരുന്നൊരു secret society and Carbonari. The Italian Carbonari has further influenced other revolutionary groups in France, Greece, Spain, Russia and all. So all these revolutionary groups were actually they were all against monarchy. Let's look into Mazzini's life. As a young man of 24, he was sent into exile in 1831 for attempting a revolution in Liguria. And he founded 2 more underground societies. So he was a member of Carbonari, the secret society, and next he founded 2 secret society. One was Young Europe in Bern and next is Young Italy in Marseilles. So these are the 2 secret societies which he founded, okay? And the members of these societies, members of this Young Europe and Young Italy, are like-minded young men from Poland, Germany, France, Italy and so young Europe അല്ല young Italy എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ 2 secret societyയിലെ members എന്ന് പറയുന്ന like-minded young men from Poland, France, Italy and German state. So what did Mazzini strongly believed was the unification of Italy alone could be the basis of Italian liberty എന്ന് വിശ്വസിച്ചയാളാണ് Mazzini, because Italy at that time was divided into small provinces and all. So he believed in the formation of a nation state. Italy as one ആയിട്ട് വരണം എന്ന് വിശ്വസിച്ചയാളാണ് Mazzini. Now let's look. Mazzini believed that God had intended nations to be the natural units of mankind. So Italy could not continue to be a patchwork of small states and kingdoms. So he believed in the unification of Italy, small kingdoms and small states. Italy. That's what he believed, strongly believed. It had to be forged into a single unified republic within a wilder alliance of nations. This unification alone could be the base of Italian liberty. That's what Mazzini believed. Following his model, secret societies were set up in Germany, France, Switzerland, Poland. He founded 2 secret societies, that is Young Italy and Young Europe. Following his model, many secret societies were set up in Germany, France, Switzerland and Poland. എല്ലാ സീക്രട്ട് സൊസൈറ്റിയുടെ ഒരു ഇൻറ്റൻഷനേ ഉള്ളായിരുന്നു ടു ഓവർത്രോ മൊണാർക്കി, വിച്ച് വാസ് റീസ്റ്റോർഡ് വിത്ത് ദ കമ്മിങ് ഓഫ് കൺസർവേറ്റീവ്സ് ആഫ്റ്റർ 1815. എല്ലാം വന്നത് ട്രീറ്റി ഓഫ് വിയറ്റ്നയ്ക്ക് ശേഷമാണ് ഇതെല്ലാം വന്നേക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, Mazzini's relentless opposition to monarchy and his vision of democratic republic frightened the conservatives. So he was very adamant in opposing monarchy. Even the conservatives were frightened about Mazzini. Metternich, who was Metternich? Metternich ആരായിരുന്നു? He was the one who hosted the Treaty of Vienna. host ചെയ്ത ആളാണ് Metternich, Duke Metternich. He described Mazzini, Metternich described Mazzini as the most dangerous enemy of our social order, because Metternich എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആൾ was a strong conservative ആയിരുന്നു. So he described Mazzini as the most dangerous enemy of our social order. Our social order for Metternich is a conservative social order. So Mazzini was one example, ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ മാത്രമാണ് ഒരു റെവല്യൂഷണറിയുടെ. He founded many secret societies. Many secret societies existed at that time. He was one important figure which you have to be noted. So points to remember from this video are new conservatism after 1815, Treaty of Vienna, and about Mazzini. So hope you all enjoyed the video and listened to the video. Thank you for listening. Thank you, students. See you on the next video.